What is SmackNPie here. Now, understandably, ever since Chapter 4 release, and it makes sense too, we haven't had anything major related to Dark Deception or Monsters and Mortals for this lovely community. And fans have been asking, been wondering, yo, what's up with the silence? But you know what? It might be for the better. All of this silence in the entirety of 2022, except, the Crazy Carnival map, I think it is leading up to something big, because, believe me when I say this, 2023 is gonna be the year. It's gonna be the year, ladies and gentlemen. So, what's coming in 2023? Confirmed? Confirmed. Not like, maybe coming in. No, confirmed. What's coming in 2023? This is the list. What did I even said? This is the list. Oh, let's talk about. Just like lack of updates and games and whatnot in 2022 from Dark Deception and Monsters and Mortals, there was a lack of videos from me here on the freaking channel, but that's all about to change next year, literally starting next month. This is what we're gonna get starting off with the base game. 2023 will see the conclusion of 3 years or 4 Dark Deception storyline, ending with Chapter 5. So Chapter 5 is confirmed to drop in 2023. That means the entire chapter will come to conclusion, the entire game will come to the conclusion. There's a month confirmed, but Vincent Lemmings is like, you know what? Instead of, putting a date out there, then delay it or whatnot, I'm just gonna keep that date to myself. So if the game is ready when that month arrives, good for us. If not, well, no harm, no foul. But one thing is confirmed, that it is dropping in 2023. So that's already big. That should be more than enough. But we're getting more than that. Before we get to Monsters and Mortals, let's talk about some more base game stuff. Super Dark Deception full game. Super Dark Deception will drop next year, 2023. Now, Vincent Lemmings and Glossy Government is planning to drop the game alongside Chapter 5 release, or like a week or two, maybe a month. Maximum a month later than Chapter 5. So whenever Chapter 5 drops, a month later, or maybe alongside it, we'll get a full Super Dark Deception. Bad idea to drop it alongside it, but a month later, or a couple of weeks later, when the hype has died down from the Chapter 5 bull crap, that is the perfect time to release Super Dark Deception. We played here, it's amazing, it's addicting. You can play on the phone right now as we speak for free, the demo of course. So Super Dark Deception Chapter 5, that's 2 things, right? Then it was confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, that the console ports are also coming in 2023. That might be the only one that I can see logically and logistically moving from 2023 to 2024. That is the only in the list that might be pushed depending on when Chapter 5 drops. Even so, the digital console ports, like on the PlayStation Store and Xbox stores and Switch stores, it might actually, drop in 2023. It will drop in 2023. It's the one that I'm talking about is the physical edition. So the physical edition is something that might be pushed to 2024. But console ports, we're banking on the fact that it'll drop this year in 2023. So console ports, I'm excited. Again, if you don't have all the consoles, we'll play on all the consoles here on the freaking channel. Xbox, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch. Then, ladies and gentlemen, it was confirmed that the books, I actually said it here on the channel, the books are done in terms of writing. The stories is done. 2 books specifically are done. They're now looking for illustrators, pictures, adding in and whatnot. Now, they're saying that we're gonna see if we can drop it before or after. So, this is how I see it. If Chapter 5 is going to be like mid-2023, then I can see 1 book being published before Chapter 5 and 1 book being published after Chapter 5. I think it would be a good pace, because if the books are really good, you can drop 1 just before Chapter 5 drops, so you can get people enticed and ready for Chapter 5. And when Chapter 5 drops, people will be like, we want more content. You spice things up and release 2nd book immediately after Chapter 5 and give the release date for 3rd book of the trilogy. But now we move to Monsters and Mortals. All of this, ladies and gentlemen, in 2023 is going to be the biggest year for me personally when it comes to Dark Deception and content creation. Now, Monsters and Mortals, first things first. It was revealed, and I wanted to make a separate video, and I will make a separate video, but this is going to be part 1 of that. Monsters and Mortals, it was revealed that the Epic version, the cross-play between both Epic Games version and Steam version, is the mumbo-jumbo that is causing the delay in the bug fixes as well as the DLCs. So 4 DLCs are ready to go. The only thing that is, causing it to delay is the bugs and whatnot because of the crossplay, because of Epic Games and whatnot. So Vincent Links gave an estimation date of late January till early February. That is not a bad date. You might think, oh, it's too far. Bro, we're already in December. January is next month. I'm already occupied in January because of HBO Tulu. HBO Tulu is going to take all of my time anyway, all of my attention and focus anyway, and I can keep you guys busy with that one as well on the channel. Early February doesn't sound that bad, but I can see how. My theory has always been, if we're this late, we might as well just push it till the game is 100% ready alongside the DLC, so that once the game starts running smoothly on the Epic Games, the DLCs would just come out, and that's exactly what Vincent Living said. So, Monsters and Mortals will come back, make a big revival in a late January, early February, which will be followed by these DLCs, and I quote, these DLCs are coming in next year in 2023, by the way, if the game is ready, set, and go in late January or early February. All of these DLCs will drop in 2023. Yandere Simulator DLC. Yep, I am looking forward to this the most out of all the DLCs because I want to see those police cars and I want to see that art style being realized in the game in Monsters and Mortals and Dark Decision Universe. I'm so ready for Yandere. I actually am ready. It's so funny because I have put Yandere Simulator on the backlog because I want to play it here on the channel, but I'm not going to play until we get a oh my god, I can't talk! Learn to talk! I can't do that until we get a confirmed release date. So when we do that, I'm going to play Yandere Simulator here on the channel. That's number 1. Followed up, and Vincent Livix did say that once one DLC drops, it's going to be like dominoes effect. One DLC after another, like 1 month gap, like each month a new DLC, which is perfect time in between. So the next DLC after that would be Poppy Playtime DLC. Now, I understand right now, as I'm recording this, we're all waiting for Project Playtime of the multiplayer. The landscape of indie horror multiplayer game might be changed completely. So this one is a little susibaki, but we're gonna have to keep an eye. What happened to me today? Why I can't talk? We're gonna have to keep our eye on freaking Poppy Playtime DLC and Project Playtime DLC. Of course, any development on this, I'll keep you guys updated. Followed up with Cory X Kenshin DLC. Now, Cory X Kenshin DLC, it should be a 2 DLC bullcrap whenever Cory X Kenshin DLC drops, because Cory X Kenshin DLC is just a character DLC. If we're talking about character DLC, any DLC that doesn't have that much content should be released alongside Cory X Kenshin DLC. So let's suppose in June or July, let's suppose we drop Poppy Playtime DLC. It is the perfect opportunity to drop Cory X Kenshin DLC alongside that. That would not only entice Cory because it's his character, but also because it's Poppy Playtime DLC. Everybody loves Poppy Playtime. Of course, they will take the opportunity. Cory will get back into the frenzy. Cory will, shine the light on Monsters and Mortals, and then when people come to Monsters and Mortals, they'll see, oh, Poppy Playtime. So they'll immediately get locked in. Cory X Kenshin DLC and Poppy Playtime DLC is a monstrous combo of the DLCs when it comes to Monsters and Mortals. So that's 4 down. How many? 1, 2, 3? No, that's 3 down. My bad, y'all. Followed up is House of Ashes DLC. Now, House of Ashes DLC, Season 1 ended off the Dark Pictures anthology. It ended with The Devil in Me. A lot of people don't like that game. I haven't finished it. It's on my back catalog because I was picking the Callisto Protocol. But House of Ashes DLC, it genuinely looks good. It genuinely excites people because it is one of the few, just like Silent Hill, one of the few AAA, kinda, sorta, almost, AAA DLC coming to Monsters and Mortals. Mark my word, people will rank at the top of all the released Monsters and Mortals DLC. That DLC is going to change the landscape of Monsters and Mortals in terms of characters, because the characters are good, in terms of boss and environments. It's going to be unique, and I'm here for it. One of these two will drop 100% late 2023, late next year. One is the Coma DLC. Coma DLC is 100% dropping next year because we've seen the models already made, so the only thing that is left is the locations, the environments. And again, we'll play the Coma games when we get close to that. But one more DLC that I feel like will be a surprise release at the end of next year, and that is the Piggy DLC. Now we played Book 1. Now when we get closer to the Piggy DLC, we will play Book 2 completely. So do whatever you want with that information. How many are these? Let me count them one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 separate projects / games coming next year. Also, one more announcement that I want to put it out there before we end the video. I need a partner who is serious about YouTube, who has his own YouTube channel, do voice chats and whatnot. I need them for a multiplayer, because there are so many DLCs coming next year. So I need someone who is seriously doing YouTube, doing Dark Deception, FNAF, all the contents. I need a multiplayer partner, just like, Corey Kenshin has Dashi, or Berleezy has his, Joe, and all the other, YouTubers, like PewDiePie has Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. So I need a partner here on YouTube who can, record for their channel, and I can record for my channel. So if you are interested, if you are serious, a couple thousand subscribers, doesn't matter. If you are that person, join the Discord server, link in the description, tag me, and we can talk it through in DMs and whatnot. And it's not limited to one person, anybody. If you're serious for a year, that's a commitment. A year, hit me up, and I'll see you in the fan wars coming later this Susu. Yay.